Yeah, I put this hoodie on because I ain't had no shirt. I'm hot already,
Yeah,
bro.
it's fucking cold outside.
I feel great
I
in
love
Charlotte.
it.
I don't even know, bro. I ain't been outside all day.
Sun out. It's
Sun
58,
out.
but it's cool. But
Sun never out.
we recording, so whenever you're ready, Phil.
Oh, we are.
Oh, bet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good, Geek Giant fam? Now we're here to talk about another motherfucking. Did you read? Or did you watch that shit I gave you? It's your boy Philmatic here.
Domlew.
KKZ.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And today, we're here to talk to you about the beautiful, wonderful, most magnificent series on TV right now, known as Shogun. Shogun, Shogun. So, quick little introduction for you boys, man. Shogun. Shogun is based on James Clavell's novel, and it's set in the year 1600, and it follows the story of two people, I guess you could say, Yoshinaga Toranaga and John Blackthorne. And basically, John Blackthorne is a English salesman who happens to shipwreck on the coast of Japan. And because he stumbles upon Japan, he's soon thrusted in this civil war between Toranaga and Ishido, who are fighting like this political civil war in Japan, which is currently going on. And yeah, man, I don't want to go too crazy, but did y'all have any thoughts or anything like specifically that stood out to y'all?
I got a
Yeah,
question.
nigga, I got. Oh, go ahead.
I got plenty thoughts.
I
That's
got.
why I
I was
just
about to say I got
Oh,
hella shit to
plenty of
talk.
thoughts.
Like,
Okay.
how far are we going? Episode
Oh,
today. Do we just want to start with one? Do we want to go all the way to five? Because I'm caught up. I know we all caught up.
same. Yeah,
me
same.
I'm
personally,
like,
I think we
what's
could go
safe
to
for the
five.
fans? You want to go? You want to go to
Yeah,
five?
I think we should go with what is currently just out for right now.
All
So
right.
one episodes 1 through 5.
I
Nah,
All
boo.
right.
You got.
I bet. So I guess I'll start my. I'll start from my initial thoughts, and then we can. I'll pass down to or to Taj. Um. Yeah, you over here for me, brother. and look, 'cause I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna go like this for me. But nah, so my initial thoughts, obviously this is your, your traditional Japan, feudal Japan, samurai era. So like it's kind of a given that, I know me, I'm gonna be interested. Um and so like kind of my first
No,
introduction
we
to
also
it
got.
I was about to say, hold on, what's up? What's up? Nigga, we active? Like
Oh,
yeah.
we getting our sam. Oh, my shit
Hold on.
over there, but shit, nigga, I ain't
Yeah.
ready. I'm lacking. I'm lacking.
And then nigga hit the thumb, niggas hit the
You
thumb.
said- like you said- yeah.
But nah, so um initially though I actually did, really feel like I was going to really like the show. And obviously not knowing where it was going to go since your first introduction to things is John Blackman in the ship, and I know, or the first rememberable scene I can really remember to start the series off was him on the ship talking about talking to his other crewmate, saying how they should stop and that the voyage should just stop because at this point, like they're all pretty much about to die. No food, no water for days at that point. Um, Excuse me, my fault. But I just got done eating, so. But anyways, but yeah, like initially, like I did not know where the series was headed. Like I didn't know necessarily what was gonna be happening. Obviously, I don't usually read synopsises or any type of information on stuff when I first start. I like to kind of go in blind. And this was like a really good, that first episode was a really good introduction to the series, I think. And then you said didn't they drop the first two together?
Made it up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So between the first two, it was a really good because obviously you got your introduction to John Blackthorne, but um, I
Hold on.
kind of
Let
want to
me
just
let me the
You
step in real quick. 'Cause
you
I
go
didn't
ahead.
really
Yeah.
set this the whole scene, but basically it's like when John Blackthorne like stumbles upon Japan, he stumbles upon Japan in the middle of this political unrest, and the political unrest is happening because the
Tycho. The Tycho.
Echo.
Taiko, the Taiko of or the former ruler of Japan had just passed away, and he has a son, and his son is currently the heir. You know, he's but he's not old enough to be to come in to rule. So basically, in efforts or in lieu to of this, the former Taiko he calls upon his trusted advisee Yoshi Toranaga, and he's like, "Yo, I would like you to rule in my son's place while until my son comes of age." And then he's like, "Nah, bro. Like, if I rule, they gonna kill me, and then they gonna kill your son, type shit. And that's not you don't want that. That's not the best shit for anything." And the Tycho was like, "Yo, that's very smart, very astute of you to peep that." So and because of this, like because you're so shrewd and you were able to decipher this, I want to place you in power. Oh, I'm going to place you in power along with your enemies. So be careful. As four other I guess representatives, you could
Yeah.
say, or heads of the clan and
Regent. Call.
regions. They're regions of the clan,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, that's exactly. So the Tygo he signs this treaty and has all five of them sign the and forms this council of regents. And basically to do this because it causes a political stalemate. It's basically no one man could trump any other man in this council. So, and in order to get decisions done or get anything made, everybody has to be in unison. So everybody has to have, or all five votes need to be cast in order for whatever they want to do to be accomplished. But
Yeah.
there you go. My fault, guys.
Nah,
But
I
yeah.
mean it was that was actually like perfect segue because I mean, and if Taj got anything, because honestly, that specific scene is what I was about to say. Like, is
Mm,
probably my most memorable of those of that first initial start of the series. Obviously, when it comes down to Toranaga and his what's my man's name? You know Taj.
You talking about his retainer?
Yeah, his retainer. Yeah,
You talking about the one that up pole?
that motherfucker said, "How dare you? How
Yeah.
dare you? You
Are
you
you
accuse
insulting
him of
my lord?
treason." You accusing
Like
him
he
of
was so
treason,
ready.
bro? He was like, "Yo, like,"
Sheen.
and then immediate, but like, yeah. So basically, they end up at this like council meeting of the regions where they have four of the regions have pretty much taken upon themselves to talk about impeaching Toranaga out of the region of five members. And in the midst of that, his retainer like just blatantly interrupts and basically, states, "How dare you accuse my lord of treason?" Nigga, basically, he posed it like he ready to go, and
You can throw
obviously
that
in
with
the sense
What's up?
of, and obviously in the events, like, we are in, like you said, traditional Japan. That is truly a form of disrespect, and they don't play that shit. And
My boy
you
said.
can
He
go
said,
ahead.
"Who are you to say that he insulted me?"
he said, like, bro,
So Toranaga
relax.
said,
Yeah,
He
and
said, hit the brakes, my brother. My brother.
one thing
"No."
and like the one thing that I'll say too, and and then I'll like pass it on, especially like obviously we've been waiting to kind of talk about everything within this recording, and but anybody else that I've kind of talked to, obviously there's not many people that I talk to that know much about traditional Japan, as much as we do, and their customs and whatnot, and so I think like that was a pretty good start in you know introduction for people that don't know like how serious they take their customs and how much that truly matters, more than any paper writing. Like, they are just strictly to the core, like, about their beliefs, and they are strictly to that custom, and you can tell because his retainer immediately is like, Yo, that nigga take that shit. Yo, I as an apology, I would like to kill myself in my bloodline, pretty much.
Right here. Now he was like,
He
I'm gonna
was
kill
ready to
myself
go.
right here. That was like, bro, what you mean you gonna kill? Of course you gonna kill yourself, but that shit not
Like,
enough. Like
not
we
right
gonna
now.
kill your
We
bloodline.
killing your bloodline.
Like
You
bro,
any
like
child that you have bared, like you are like it is curtains. Like, and I think that's just a great, you know, a great way to just kind of set the tone that like we are about that shit and we are not about to play the disrespect of any higher council member of anybody within a meeting. There's a lot of customs and a lot of traditional things that you come into play with or you come to see within this series, and that if you don't understand it, you're gonna understand quick. uh but that's just my initial thoughts. Like I really did think it was a really good way to start the series between especially those two scenes at least. You obviously get a lot more, especially with John Blackthorne, but we can kind of talk about that as we get on. I'll let Taj
mm,
kind of KKZ
Yeah.
get his shit.
I'll comment on that ritual piece as well and comment on that. I think that the biggest the biggest kind of I don't know how to say it. The biggest sort of like entity within this show, the thing of the most focus is communication. And it's because you're merging these two worlds. You have a lot of subplots. So one thing that we didn't mention is that sure you have Toranaga, sure you have Blackthorn, and you have within Japan the feudal Japan. They're feuding. You got all these areas and whatnot. But outside of that, you got the entire world. You got the Portuguese. Japan doesn't know about the English. They don't know about anyone but the Portuguese, and the Portuguese have this whole agenda to convert everyone into Catholicism. Is
Yeah,
it Catholicism?
it's
And
like
then you have the Protestant Christians coming over as
yeah.
well with the English, but they didn't even know there was another type of Christianity, another denomination.
Yeah.
So you have that going on, and then you have um
Hmm.
Mariko Sama.
Mariko Sama.
Mariko.
You
Yeah,
have
y'all.
Mariko Sama.
I don't like
And
the way this
I think a
man taking his
piece of
hands and shit. That's my
oh,
shorty.
oh
Relax,
shit.
relax,
Well, I told you niggas
relax.
stop
Nigga,
watching her
what, bro?
content.
Y'all could
I
have.
told you niggas respectfully stop watching her content, bro.
Hey man, chill, chill, chill.
It
That's
ain't
my
nothing to
Listen,
get
woman,
drunk. It ain't nothing to get
my
drunk and
lady.
crash out.
but Mariko um is a translator. She is Toranaga's trusted translator, and she lives in between the world of Christianity and the Japanese. And as she says, she has two hearts. And she talks about this eightfold fence where every Japanese born person is taught to hide their true selves. Um, and it's kind of all relates back to the rituals and how, because they're in place and respected so much, they trump humanity, they trump life, they trump the world. And it's very, very well expressed throughout the show. But I think because of the rituals and because of the language barrier, it does a great job at creating communication in ways that normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
So like body language is really good. And they tell the story not just through words, but the camera work in this, the direction.
Mhm.
The first two episodes, I was like, okay, Phil Gasson, like,
It's alright.
like here you go. Because I mean, this nigga, I mean, I'm glad Phil is hosting this shit because this was really his rec through and through. Like he got us
Mm,
watching this shit. First of
Yeah.
all, I didn't know about it. He was like, you gotta go watch the show and shit. Gotta go.
mm,
How he doing with this
yeah.
Doom thing right
Yeah.
now? But you
Doom
gotta
Fire too. Yep.
go watch.
Yep.
But here, let me see this. All right, it's
What,
cool.
what he talking about?
But by episode three,
Yeah,
episode
three
three, every week it gets better. So then I
for
went
sure.
and rewatched I think maybe the first three the other week or whatever. And dog, the aesthetics just jumped out. Like
Mm,
Yeah.
the way one of my favorite things I like they do is they provide a vignette for every scene. So they fade all the corners, whether it be and you guys are familiar, when
Yeah,
you
for
playing
sure.
like Call of Duty or Sekiro, you about to die, corners turn red. They
mm,
do it with black, but they also use this fucking fisheye lens a lot. And they
Yeah.
blur the background like portrait mode type shit.
mm,
They do it really well. The other things that they do is they color scheme a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the blacks and the blues, but when it comes to characters and factions, you have like blue, red, and like a yellow, green, gold sort
Gold,
of
yeah.
neutral.
Mm-hmm.
And the blue and the red like show good and bad, and the colors change wherever somebody's perspective is. Because it's kind of like our true protagonist, who the show wants us to follow, is Toranaga. Sure, we're
Yes.
following Blackthorn, but we're
Mm-hmm.
wanting to see Blackthorn as a tool for Toranaga in his life. And Toranaga is always like green gold, and he's always dripped out crazy. We're gonna get to that, but he's always green gold. And when Blackthorn comes and he's the Anjin, he's strictly red, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's moving through the fishing village. Everybody in the village is kind of blue. Everybody's da 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 da. These are the good people. But when Blackthorn finds out in jail that that they don't know about the post that the Portuguese have outside of Japan,
Mm-hmm.
where they're controlling trading routes and controlling what goes into Japan, he's like, they don't know that shit. When he has that value, suddenly his outfits start to become blue. Suddenly the filters around him start to become blue. So it's like they're doing a lot to tell the story outside of just the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's making this really, really good. And it's getting better every week. So those are just my first initial sort of impressions of the show.
I'm gonna piggyback off that because like that's I love everything about or basically everything that you just said basically is what stood out to me as well. Like the first two episodes, like I I love the scenery. I love I love just the politics and the dialogue between the characters and their exchanges and how that goes is beautiful. It's just it's so well written to me and just expanding up like upon that. You know, basically how Mariko is she is she's the translator. You know, she's known as the translator, but she is that only person that could really or she's not the only person. It's another. They have a
For,
Portuguese Chinese like or not Chinese but Portuguese like Christian translator,
yeah,
and
jeez.
it's crazy,
That's crazy, dog.
it's crazy. But yeah, like
Not crazier
basically
than that nigga haircut.
his haircut is
That
crazy.
nigga haircut is a troll, bro.
It's crazy, bro. It's
That
crazy.
nigga got a bowl.
He's
Like
got
that shit is like
faded
around,
up
but
the
like
top.
hair, bro. Because when I
Leave
see
it
when I, because when he wears the
Little hat.
when he got his hat on, I'm like okay, like this he like a regular little
yeah.
regular, but then he take that joint off and you just see a whole ball joint. You like
You're like, damn.
damn.
Shit really dripped though. I can't
I was
lie.
about to say, I mean back then that's probably cold.
Yeah, it's
But
probably
if
cool for
his
sure.
hairline was back then, cool,
Tuck.
Mm.
nasty.
Cooked. Nasty
But
work for real.
they they basically they test or Toranaga tests
Back up.
Blackthorn.
I said back up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh oh Toranaga
That
fucking
nigga.
he like he tests Blackthorn and his I guess his they just question why he's there because they end up coming across like he has a journal that he keeps and he pretty much documents all his like previous travel history. It's like a captain's log basically, and like all like the stuff that he's done in since he arrived to Japan, I guess. And apparently, bro, he be committing these atrocities. I guess apparently he's just like a plunderer or a pirate, basically. So they say. So you know, Toranaga obviously he's in this war, but he also hip to the fact that there's this whole other fighting style, a way of fighting that the Japanese are they do not have, or they currently do not have. And when they capture John Blackthorne, they capture him in his ship. I think his ship is known as like the Aramis or Artemis or some shit. I forgot. But basically, on this ship, John Blackthorne, he's carrying like 20 guns, like 10 cannons or some shit. Like basically like shit to go to war, basically. And they like, bro, like why you got all this shit? You know, like what is this? So fast forward,
He said, "I'm a merchant. I came to trade."
he said, I'm here for peace, basically. And
Yo,
they like,
let's
bro, bullshit, bullshit. And you got all this shit on your shit, bro. Like, what's really going on, type shit. So, long story short, fast forward a little bit. Tornaga, he tests Black John Blackthorn, and basically it comes down to like Tornaga, he uh he has this ploy. Like he has this ploy. They end up getting caught, and he has this ploy to escape. I don't
Osaka.
know where they. I think they go to Osaka. I don't think they're
Because Toranaga's area is Edo.
in
And
Edo.
Shido,
Yeah,
and Shido is in Osaka, so they trying
in
to escape.
Osaka. Yeah, so they're trying to escape Osaka, and they're running from Ishido and his men. But at the same time, it's kind of like a three-way war because the Christians they come in and they trying to kill John Blackthorn as well. They like, oh bro, like he
talk
foreign,
about
bro.
the
He did.
talk
Oh, go
about
ahead,
the
go ahead.
nigga like the first nigga that can translate when it was when they were when like the village that caught him. Yo, that nigga was trying to snake him. Crazy. He was like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm telling you right now, yo, this nigga. He was like, yo, he was going crazy. He was like, yo,
Mm,
he this devil, bro. Like this nigga is not real. Like, yo, what he say that? What did he tell? What did he tell the first? What was the first dude is not Ishijiro, right?
No,
nah, the first
Yabushige.
Um,
dude. Yeah.
yeah, that's
And
Yabushige. Yeah,
Mm,
then Yabushige comes down.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Yabushige
So
is trying to keep all that shit for himself.
yeah,
mm,
exactly.
As we found out today, we know why he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
mm.
Um, but when he was telling Yabushige sitting there like, what he talking about, bro? Like, and he just
Like
like, yo, I'm telling you, he is not what you think he is. He is not no merchant. He is English. Like, nigga is basically like he is the spawn of Satan, like himself, like going
this nigga
crazy.
is
And he just like, yo,
evil.
he said, yo, but John Blackthorn, look, he said, yo, give me that cross, nigga. He said, yo, you see this? He said, I'm not with him, yo.
He said, "This nigga does not
Yo,
speak for me."
I'm out. Can we talk about the funniest thing from episode one?
Yeah,
Nigga, did y'all look at his hair, his extensions?
Yeah,
which one?
the
Oh,
Yo, y'all should. Which one
bro,
was
I
that?
you
peep,
know his hair
I
was long when he came in? Bro,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all go watch that shit back, they did like tied the hair onto his shits, bro. Like it's two different colors. They needed somebody black in there that know how to match some hair, bro.
Damn.
Like, his hair is dark as fuck. You know, his natural hair is kind of like reddish.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
watched that shit. That was the only thing that was like irking me. I was like, yo,
What's this? What's going on?
hair don't look good.
That's
when
crazy,
it was
That's
in the
so
rain and he
sickening.
was stomping on the cross, I was like, yo,
bro.
this shit.
That was
Go ahead and
that,
cut that shit off, bro.
but yeah, now that part that scene was crazy. He looked, he was like, nah, bring him, bring him with
Bro,
us. Like,
but the other thing within that is Yabushige has this sort of like he's fanatical about the moment a man dies.
yeah,
And he sits there and watches bro get boiled like Odin and sits there to see what he's gonna choose in his moment of death.
and like
And then that
everybody in that village too is just like
scared as fuck.
everybody's scared. Like, what's going on?
But that comes back because when um Rodriguez, the
Yeah,
pilot of the Portuguese black ship, when he gets tossed into the ocean and he ends up on the rocks and whatnot, Yabushige goes down to save him. Yabushige, in his moment where he's about to face death, he decides,
yo,
He's
that
like,
nigga hold it
bro,
on. He
I'm a,
said
I'm gonna
that
kill
nigga put
myself.
it just like that, bro. I was
bro.
like,
He
oh,
said,
he with it.
if that rope didn't hit right then, because he was taking it as a challenge.
Yeah,
And that's who my favorite character is right now.
Yabushige.
He's
Yeah.
in my top three, certainly.
I wait. Did you say your favorite character is Domlew?
Um, honestly, because of episode 5, because of
Mm,
episode 5, like I just gotta go with and it's two. It's really just two. It's just, bro, when I'm because I'm dead, bro. I'm sitting. I just finished dinner, bro, and I'm sitting down watching with my pops, and I'm dead, just sitting waiting for the episode to be over because it was towards the end a little bit, and like when Mariko and at this point, nobody has said it at this point, but what is his name?
Yeah,
Buntaro, Toda Sama,
No,
or
what is John Blackthorne? His
Hatamoto.
title
Hatamoto.
Hatamoto.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Hatamoto and Mariko. Those are like those the dynamic between those two at this point in the
Chill out.
series.
I'm
I'm weak.
sad.
At this point in the series, those are my two favorite characters just at this point in the series. Um, just
I
because of
feel
a
that.
certain that dialogue between the two where you see the you see the confliction in both of the characters' customs and their way of life and how things have been. Like John Blackthorne doesn't understand this Japanese custom and how they're able to just, you know, kind of keep things from being so emotional. They are truly to their custom. They are, you know, by that book itself versus John Blackthorne is like, hey, I'm free. Like I'm free to think, free to feel, and be as I choose to be. What I feel is right and wrong. That's my decision to choose. Whereas, you know, as you can tell from the series and this, you know, lifestyle of Japanese, they don't have that right. It's, you know, where you how you're born, you know, your way of life, born, house, region, all of that comes into play, and it is truly you live by that. And that's your code. That's your way of honor. Like you live in that honorable life, no matter if it's right or wrong. And seeing that confliction between the two characters and seeing how this dynamic is starting, you know, to just kind of move along. Because even after that scene in five, and not to move too far, like how Toranaga responds to that shit and like,
I
you
don't got
niggas is
time for this
beefing
shit.
right now. I don't got time for that.
Like,
So
bro, what the fuck? Like,
like that nigga says, I said what he say? He was like, I
sense
sense like
darkness in this.
darkness
Like,
in
this
both
is
in
this is
like between both of y'all. Or he's like, y'all got a
what is
shadow.
this?
He was
Yeah,
like,
you
y'all
got
got
a
a shadow
shadow.
casted on both of y'all. So like that
Like,
nigga said, I'm gonna need that to be done because I can't
like,
have that right now.
what the fuck? Like, this shit the least of my problems,
uh
bro. What are you talking about?
They
yeah,
trying to kill me.
facts.
Like,
But I will
everything.
say too though, the one nigga I can tell that one nigga probably gonna be cold though. I don't know his name, but he's with Yabushige, the young nigga with the ponytail. That nigga when they was
Omi.
like,
That nigga
what's his
named
name?
Omi.
Omi?
Omi. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Y'all,
The
bro.
Chico's
dude,
nephew.
he
When
be the
he,
dude he
bro,
pissed on, bro,
yo,
at the beginning.
yeah, yeah, that nigga, bro. But when they first when like they're walking John through, and like it's people like basically like spare me. That nigga is like, yo, turn around, and that nigga he just the back of that nigga
Shut
neck,
the
bro, and he
fuck up.
just dropped. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like this show a lot. I was like, I'm gonna like this a lot.
I think that's exactly what it was for. I think it was like, hey, let's show people that we are gonna do some violence. Good old samurai sword. You're
Yeah,
gonna love it.
There was
but
no. I think that was like the first or the second episode.
That was
yeah,
the first
First,
that
episode.
was first
yeah,
episode. Yeah,
first episode straight. A lot of politics, a lot of not a lot of action scenes. But then we finally get a battle in that third episode,
there,
and
yeah.
they tee up for sure.
But even leading
Hmm.
up to it though, kind of, and I think this is what Taj was going.
You ain't, I feel like say his favorites.
Oh, my
Oh
fault.
no,
Yeah,
he's
go
not
ahead.
done. He's not done.
I mean, you fine. You go ahead and say your favorite though, because
Oh,
I was
bet, bet,
just,
bet.
we just
We-
talking at this point,
I
bro.
thought
Like,
you
Before we
was
I,
move
done.
on,
Uh,
yeah,
oh, okay. Well, before my favorite characters, um, I fuck with Mariko. I fuck with Fumi.
Fuji.
Fuji,
Fuji, bro.
You
Fuji,
talking about his consort?
Yes, bro. She
yeah,
she loyal as hell, bro. Bro, she
She's
she's
loyal as
hard.
fuck.
Yeah, yeah,
she's
she's
my
hard.
type.
Bro, bro. They pulled up on this bro property, looking for John Blackthorne, and she was like, it was like, bro, don't give him my guns, yo. Like whatever you do, like don't give him my guns type shit. And then Mariko was like, yo, like just give him the Fuji, bro. She'll die before she give him that guns type shit. Omi comes in, he's like, yo, bring us John Blackthorne, bring us
No, no,
the
no. It
Ajin.
wasn't.
No,
It
no, no.
wasn't. It wasn't Blackthorn that he wanted.
He
He
just
wanted
wanted
the
the
gun.
guns. He wanted
Oh,
the
the
guns.
guns
Yeah,
themselves.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and Blackthorn was like, nah, y'all niggas get to walk around with swords. I'm going
Yeah,
to
I'm
walk
gonna have
around with
my
my weapon.
yeah,
yeah,
And they was like,
yeah.
nah. And he said, bitch, back up.
yeah.
Back,
He
back up,
he he
fool.
told it them
And Fuji,
things for real though.
He was
and then,
like,
and then
fool.
Fuji was like,
Hmm.
all right, I got you. I
I
got you.
hold on.
And then Omi was like, no, I still need those guns. She said, I think it's time for you to get
You to
To
go.
get the fuck off my property, goddamn.
Hey,
That's what he
Johnson,
said.
Johnson.
He said, oh.
Nigga,
That nigga
nigga
was like,
got a
oh,
little.
I like that.
he
Nigga.
got it. Yeah, no, no facts. He
I
definitely
like
was a
that,
little
nigga.
aroused. He
Like,
was like,
mm, shit.
all right,
I'm
all
like,
right.
damn, they blessed. Broken up type shit.
He was
So
like, I like that.
I like Fuji, and I I do like Buntaro. Buntaro.
Buntaro.
Oh, we had to. All right, I was about to say Fuji and Butaro are my other two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yabushige, Fuji, and Butaro for me.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like,
Buntaro, and that's kind of where I was kind of like segueing into it in three.
mm-hmm.
um like you said, when they're traveling from when they're like trying to leave Osaka, I mean obviously at that point like we ain't know Toranaga is within that group. And then like first off, the build up of that alone, where John is like, I do enjoy his just moments of yelling where he just does not understand. And
Mm-hmm.
like obviously he knows to save face right now, but he's like, yo, like don't be looking at her shit like, yo, that's disrespect. Yo, like a woman needs her
Yeah,
privacy.
yeah.
Like, and they're like, everybody like, what the fuck is he talking? Like, what is he going on about? And obviously they don't understand the English language at that point, other than Mariko. And so
They actually speak in
obviously
Portuguese, which is crazy.
Portuguese. Okay,
We're getting. It's fake. It's fake
fake. It's
Portuguese.
fake
Actually,
Portuguese.
English
Okay.
for us.
Okay. Well,
So there's like
so
three because if it was actually in his native
in this,
language, only
yeah,
languages being spoken with Portuguese and Japanese,
Portuguese.
but you wouldn't
Okay.
be able to understand shit.
Yeah,
So it's clever.
facts. Yeah, true. But like that build up to it, and then obviously you get into, like you say, the action kind of comes from there. You do see Ishidro. Damn, I can't say that nigga name right. Ishidro.
Ishido.
Wait,
Ishido.
Ishido.
wait,
You
what
said it
you
right the first time.
talking about
When
when they
they're
were
when they're about to travel. Yeah, when they're leaving
Yeah.
Osaka.
he was
Mm-hmm.
opening
Mm-hmm.
the pelicans
Mm-hmm.
and Bub
Yeah.
was like, no, not that.
No,
We don't do that in
no, we
America.
don't do that. Yeah, like he's going.
That shit
He
really
was like,
felt like Mariko's whole theme of we live and we die, we control
Yeah,
nothing beyond. Because everybody was finna just let that nigga get caught, and they were all
yeah,
mm-hmm.
gonna die. John was
yeah.
like, "Wait, we really feel
Nobody's
like
gonna
let
do
this
nothing.
happen?"
Like,
He was like, nobody's gonna
like
do nothing.
we just. He's like, we just gonna let him
Nobody's gonna
check.
do nothing. Nigga, oh shit.
And he's like, hey! That nigga starts yelling, bro. But that's what I'm saying. But it happens in the blink of an eye, bro. Like he be like,
Hey. Don't
hey,
do that.
hey!
I
Smack the
um,
nigga.
fuck you.
Yeah, like, guys, don't do that. They smacked
um,
the fuck out of him or something. I was like, damn.
yeah, no, he hit the fuck out that nigga though.
He be getting beat up every episode type
And
shit.
then and it's also cool too to see like even others' perspective, because you got the two niggas in the front on the horse that's not even watching. They just like, yo, bro, what the hell is going on back there? Like, ain't we supposed to be leaving? And they're like, yeah, but like, Eastjo don't want us to. He don't want us to bail. Like,
He was like, this the nigga we put in our lives. Like, we trust in you,
yeah, like
nigga.
we
Like,
trusted
this
him.
nigga.
Like,
That was
Uh,
Boomtaro that said it, wasn't it?
exactly.
yeah,
Hmm. This is
um,
what we're risking our lives for.
So
This
can we
but
nigga.
can we can we talk about something specific?
yeah,
Yeah.
So with Boomtaro, bro, he gets a great moment. He gets a great moment where he keeps the enemies and he allows for Toranaga to escape Osaka.
yeah,
They get to leave, or they get to start to leave, and then there's the other stuff with the black ship and all that.
yeah,
But we learn so much about these characters like in other ways. We're thinking Mariko, okay, it's pretty quick for her to move on from her husband because the moment John Blackthorne takes a bath, she sneak up in his room and
She was
get a
like,
little.
damn,
you know, and
damn, I was waiting for
all
this.
fine and dandy. I mean, it kind of pissed me off that a romance was blooming between them,
Yeah,
but
Really?
you
I
could
feel
you
like
could kind of
that
tell
shit
though.
said, yeah,
Yeah, you could
after
tell it
the
was
first
coming,
episode.
but
yeah,
like,
no, for personal reasons, like get off
yeah,
my
Oh, oh
instead of
yeah,
nah, I feel it.
yeah. For sure.
I mean, I just
yeah,
felt like that was I do feel like that was kind of one of the more.
I didn't want that to come.
That's what I'm saying. It was a cliche effect that you knew had like it was kind of it's kind of in my opinion it's the American way to tell a story. It's FX, like it's just writers like I feel like that's how shit be.
They don't, it makes sense for him to fall for her because that's the person he could communicate with.
Yeah,
For her to fall for
versus
him,
for him.
it
Yeah,
didn't make sense in the moment. It makes sense as the story continues
yeah,
to develop, which is what I like about it. Because it pissed me off then, but like episodes coming afterwards, you're like, okay. But what I'm saying about this is Buntaro comes back. He did not die.
Yeah. And they're all like they sit, and my thing is too like, and obviously we ain't at that point in five, but like
Let's go there. That's where I want to go.
that nigga is sitting at the table like
Did you fuck my bitch, nigga? Like, oh
Nigga
he's
my
like
fucked
god.
my wife.
what's
The
going
mother
on
of
here like
The mother, like, I don't know what y'all
like
saying
God.
over there, but something smell
That nigga
fishy,
said,
bro.
and then that nigga was like,
He stinks. You know, like what
you
the
know,
fuck,
that nigga said he know about you though. That nigga,
bro?
bro, he said, and he John
Very
like, what he going on about? Like, what is he saying? What is he saying? She like,
Hold on. Talk about the shit that led up to that, like the arrow shit.
so these
oh,
niggas is trying to trade war stories. And she's like, you
Yeah.
have to tell my husband a war story
Mm.
because he is very drunk. You've been oh my goodness. The dinner scene,
was amazing, bro. Like
Very,
that, like
bro,
very
that
it
was
was
one
political.
of the
intense too, though.
best
Yeah.
scenes so far. But what it did, what was great about it is you everything rests on Mariko
Mm.
because she determines what can be told, how it can be told, and she knows that piece of John Blackthorne's home rests within her hands right then. But then this dickhead decides, oh, you can't drink like me, bitch.
Where you like it's a competition between they have like it's not a rivalry, but it's like they
It was some
Bouchard.
masculinity shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's some man on man.
Bushido,
Taro? What are you trying?
Buntaro,
Just say
Buntaro.
Nigga was about to say, nigga was about to
Yeah,
call him Bushido Brown.
Bushido, bro. Nah, but fucking Buntaro. He a OG, bro. He a alpha male, bro. This nigga just went to hell, came back. You know, like
So,
damn, survived, bro. Like he survived, like, and he's like, and basically, John Blackthorne is like, bro, like, tell us how you made it here, type shit. Which is in Japanese culture is you know like, bro, like, nigga, why you
bro,
asking for my war stories, nigga? That's offensive,
my nigga
type shit.
said this. My nigga, because I just watched that shit.
Mm,
My nigga Butaro said, heroes are for the dead, and stories are for children.
like,
I
bro,
said, holy shit.
That nigga was
And Fuji,
spitting.
like,
Fuji
bro,
only had two lines, and she was so good throughout that entire scene.
all
Like,
facial expressions, all
Yeah,
just like,
and that
oh my
she, bro,
goodness.
like she does
She
a
said, uh, Subiba said, maybe in his country, boasting is good. I don't know. And he said, all right, well, tell me a story then, nigga. And then shit goes ahead, and
it's a
basically
test.
he pulls up
Basically, this man
because
Buntaro, he flexes his archery skills or his marksman skills, you could say, and he's like, oh, go get my bow, go get my fucking bow, type shit. They
he
go get
got
his bow, bro. He pulled his arrow back, and he's like, he said no, he's like, yo, pick a door, like pick a spot
pick a gate.
outside or whatever, and then John Blackthorne or to John Blackthorne, and then Blackthorne was like, okay, he picks a side that like a dumbass. He picks a side like fucking Mariko is on, and then bro flexes his archery skills. You know, he pulls the arrow back, he shoots the arrow goes right
Drunk as hell.
past. Hmm?
I said drunk as hell, man.
yeah.
Bro, this nigga is like shit face, bro. They taking sake, or they drinking shots back and forth type shit.
From bowls.
Bro, it's a cup. It's a big ass cup. Just nigga, John Blackthorne was like, bro, in my country, this is how we drink. Pour the whole fucking the flask or whatever. He's like, oh, drinks that shit. They drunk as fuck. I know this man can't see straight, bro. He pull his arrow back. He shoot that shit. That shit right by Mariko's her face. He do that shit twice. He shoot that shit. The second arrow shoots the first arrow. Fucking splits that shit like this nigga's
Straight
perfect.
down the
He's
bro.
bro right down the fucking middle, bro.
Anime
He's that
shit for
guy.
real. Anime
Real
shit
anime
for
shit.
real. Like
Real anime shit. Hell yeah. And then basically he's like, yo, like I'm that nigga. Basically, it is. Yeah.
No, no, no.
yeah.
But the reason you wanted to say that was because he says to Mariko afterwards, shouldn't you? I don't. I mean, I get it. Wife is your property, but shouldn't you
Mm,
treat your wife with a bit more courtesy?
Yeah.
mm.
And then he goes, her courtesy? Nigga, tell him about yourself.
Yeah, tell him about yourself.
You
And
know
then she
about you?
gets and she gets into the nitty gritty of her life and how she even became Buntaro's wife, like, and
Oh, she became Butaro's wife before,
before that's what I'm saying, but like,
and because she became his
wife, she alive,
he's not allowed her to die.
yeah,
And that's why it did so much for Fuji in episode one. For Mariko to come in, she
hmm
knows that Mariko wants to die. Fuji wanted to die with her son,
yeah,
and Toranaga ordered her to stay alive and serve the Ajin. And she's like, this is the most cruel shit ever. But for Mariko to say, you have to do it, that was like, wait, she's living this life.
yeah,
Did not know that was going to be the case. So that shit just added, that shit was so well done.
yeah, the layers for real.
Yeah, the shit is
Um,
really good.
yeah,
And as
and
far as
I'm
layers,
good.
oh, you got it. You got it.
Nah, and I think like even just with that, and then understanding like after she explains that, and then that's John Blackthorne is still going on about you know excuse me, and what in in his terms and in our language freedom, right? Like he's going on about you being able to make these decisions, like screw that shit, like whatever the case may be. But obviously Boon and even still in that moment, like they are at that table drunk, and Buntaro is still just eye piercing, like now what's good out here. And then obviously they still kind of get um things turn a little into some domestic violence. You get some of that. Obviously, that he's drunk, and
Yeah, that
John
that
ain't having it at that point. John ain't having it. But I think like, and obviously you can tell the language barrier. I felt this is where I was conflicted about how I felt about this, but I felt like in a good way though, like confliction in a good way here, where it's like, damn, is this scene a John is upset and Buntaro is, honoring how his code and way of honoring life is, he's like, honestly, bro, I did not bring peace into your home. I brought nothing but, turmoil into your home. So, here, nigga, you can go ahead, kill me. Like just get it over with. Versus John Blackthorne is rageful. Like he's just mad, not even kind of acknowledging that custom. And he's like, no, get the fuck up. Like we about to scrap. He like, get the fuck up and we about to handle this. Like straight up. But he's atoning, he's accepting it. And I felt like that language barrier is what kept Buntaro alive, basically, from not understanding. But at the same time, I felt like it was on the other end with John Blackthorne, like him being so upset about how everything took place just then and there. It's like he couldn't understand. He couldn't understand that it was him trying to atone for everything that just took place in his home, everything, you know. And then like nigga bust down your wife. Like, I mean, giving it up
that
at
is
that point.
that is
So,
cause for beating a guy.
but I
Type shit.
mean, it's just it's a great show. It's a great show.
Niggas sound deflected. Nah, let me respond to that point. I think what made that part so interesting, I agree with you. If it wasn't for the ritual, if it wasn't for him being so forthcoming with his life, John would have taken it.
Yeah,
But the thing is how John values life is not how anyone else in that fucking country values life. And that surprised his ass enough to, oh, I ain't gotta kill this nigga. He ready to die. Hold on. He know he wrong. All right, wait,
yeah,
this is really weird. I'm walking away. But what makes it even more interesting from the viewer's perspective is we just saw this one man protect the life of someone much more important than him and come home alive. He fought for his life. He fought for their life as well. And here he is ready to give it away.
yeah,
So it's like, what is the value of a life? Obviously, your life should be valuable because you're very skilled. You know what I'm saying? You're someone who can protect this nation, protect Lord Toranaga, who we both serve. But here you are ready to give your life to me. Fuck. And then he turns around and he sees that shit happen two more times. And he's
yeah.
like, all right, bro, y'all niggas is too ready to die. What's up?
Facts.
Damn. So now that I would say that was the fifth episode.
Yeah, that
I
was
think we're
fifth.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
the
getting
fifth.
Tuesday.
so
Yeah, we're getting six on Tuesday. Real quick though, before we I guess start to move on and close out a bit, the landslide.
mm,
Like
good.
that whole scene, and obviously that's when you get into, actually, obviously John goes back to the, you know, or we move a little bit more into, before they go onto the mountain, and you have that exchange in, between John and, Mariko, where, you might can tell me exactly what she said, but basically she like hints at this. In my opinion, I was like, this is where this shit gets political enough to talk to us, and like to the viewer, in understanding how these choices and freedom, and not having this merit code, and how you live life based upon, what house and regions and who you're married to, and all those things kind of come into play. um where he's like, no, like basically like where I come from, you're fucking, you're able to choose how you want to go about this. You're able to, be free however you want to be. And she's basically like, as long as you're a slave to that freedom of choice, you'll never be free from yourself.
Yeah, that's
And
basically it.
yeah, and so like that just hit for me, not even just personally, but I think in a broad view, you can kind of see that this show is going to have a lot of elements that will stick to the viewer, in ways that will challenge the mind, and how your way of life, and your code in life, and how you view life and death, in a sense, um and
I,
purpose.
I think it's classic East and West.
Yeah, yeah.
Collectivism, versus individualism.
um and then you get into the scene where, she's like, from this point on, like, I am strictly your translator. We ain't got shit else to talk about.
She said that one slick as fuck. I actually remember that one. She said, "From this point forward, the only words we share will be from others' lips."
Yeah,
I
that
said,
was crazy. I was like, oh,
"Ooh, that's a breakup."
yeah, that's fact. That's like, damn. And she bad. So you let her tell you that? You like, oh, that hurt.
Mm,
Mm,
mm.
that struck one. And then
But
obviously Toranaga sit. Or go ahead.
I was gonna translate that into how it shows up in the landslide.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the other thing is, we're learning where life is placed, right? Kind of within this series, but seriously within this episode, and how life falls under rituals, and how rituals fall under words. Words give meaning to things. So in that scene, she tells John that the swords that Fuji gave, that were her father's, were never her father's. Her father
Yeah.
died like a coward, but her grandfather bought these swords so that Fuji wouldn't have to bear the shame of having a father who was a coward and died like one. So then, in the landslide, Toranaga gets swallowed up by the earth.
Hmm.
John digs him out, and as we learned earlier, and we're learning as John is learning, which is really nice too.
Yeah.
But as we learned earlier, the swords are just as important as their life. And these swords, which we now know mean nothing, they were given meaning when he gave them to Toranaga.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing that she said about the pheasant. He said that bird meant nothing. She said, "You gave it meaning with your words." So, why that was interesting in itself. But when paired with the landslide, that showed rituals, customs, whatever you may have is nothing before the earth.
Hmm.
It can all be taken away in natural disaster. We can reshape everything, we can reset everything. The nigga who you think is a god and walks above the clouds got swallowed up by the earth. So like to have the swords come and play with the landslide was fire. And where it becomes perfect is how it relates back to the pheasant and Uijiro the gardener.
Hmm.
So Uijiro, who was sickly and old, decided that I'm going to touch the bird that the master of this house said, if anyone touches this bird, they will die. I'm going to give my life to protect the peace of this village and the peace of this house. Right? So he takes the bird and he dies. And I'm
Wait,
gonna put the spy shit aside. Go ahead,
Yeah.
bro.
he died?
Yeah. Nigga.
Bro, the thing about you nigga, don't be sad. We never saw him. We
No,
saw
no,
Yeah.
him
that's
maybe.
what I thought. Like, I thought um he didn't die. Like I thought he was like his
Mm-mm.
shit was
He's
like
dead.
no, I thought he was like Toranaga sent him on a mission to go work for
Mm-mm.
Ishida.
That's not Uijiro.
That's
That's
not. Yeah.
somebody else.
That's yeah.
Yes,
So
that was some
Oh.
person has the real name of like Tanaka Aiko or something like that,
yeah.
and that person is actually a samurai.
Mm,
He's actually one of Lord Toranaga's retainers,
mm,
and he's actually the spy that when Blackthorn's ship came in the first episode and random as hell, Toranaga's people came from Tokyo or from Edo. Like, we're like, how the fuck did you find out about this random ship in his village when nobody told anyone except for Omi to Yabushige? It
mm,
was because of him. He was the
mm.
spy. That's why he was
Yeah.
ready to offer himself to
That's
Yabushige.
why I, I just thought there was the gardener was him, and
No.
No,
then
No.
it
They
wasn't.
wanted you to think that because
yeah.
remember.
Came the spy because Tornaga said find a spy, but
Mm,
the gardener he didn't have this much value in life, and it's evident because we didn't even see him in the show. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? His life didn't matter per se,
Yeah.
but in death he protected the peace of the village and he protected the peace of the show because he was able to be offered up as the spy to Yabushige, satisfying that whole quest, and now everything's back centered.
Yeah.
But where it becomes perfect, which way I was heading to it, outside of the spy thing, is John Blackthorne is the person who's bringing life back to this earth. He sees Fuji who's wounded and he touches her. He comforts her, makes her look at him, and then goes and repairs the garden that he
Mm.
was disrespecting before because he didn't know where to walk and where not to walk. So this is Uejiro's garden who died. And him being a gardener and then the earth opening up is fucking wild. Like just all the earth shit going on. And then John Blackthorne comes back and pieces the garden together
Yeah.
at the end of that. So it was like, whoa,
And even
shit.
noticing that you can tell, and like you said, we're learning just as John Blackthorne is learning, and like you can see him like understanding these beliefs, these values, these customs now, and like actually, living by that as he's in this country, as he's in this foreign place to himself, and he's like, it shows that he himself wants to be, he wants to bring that tradition within himself to bring the value to Toranaga as, you know, the commander in chief of teaching him how to blow cannons and shit. But like obviously, or even better said, is Hanamoto. So um Hatamoto, my fault. Hatamoto.
It
Um
might be Hanamoto. I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. Yeah. But um
it's Hadamoto.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
AJ.
Yeah. So I mean, you could just see that John is actually starting to devote himself to that learning process and actually being of some type of help rather than, his usual, I just want my ship and my people to bail.
But I think that still is who he is.
Yeah.
But this entire time he's been learning because if he doesn't, he dies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? So it's really a survival thing. But I think what he's doing now and what the landslide helped him to do is to affirm the value of life to these people because they know the value of life in a way, in a sense, because they value the Taiko, they value Toranaga, but they don't value the gardener. You know what I'm saying? His
Yeah.
life is worth nothing. Only in death is he preserved, is he a hero. You know what I mean? You have Toda Buntaro, who fucking saved everybody. But here he is giving his life up as if he's not a valuable soldier. But with the landslide and Blackthorn running into the village, everyone's sobbing. If life truly didn't mean anything, then you wouldn't be this fucking upset, you know? But Toranaga's life is of value because everybody in this village is here to serve him to make sure that he doesn't get impeached and die.
Yeah.
But why is his life worth more than the gardener's? And I think that's what Toranaga is bringing, or not Toranaga, but what Blackthorn is bringing to the show, like the value of life. And it's just really important because with this story, I mean, with this episode today, the value of life was opened up as a storyline, not just within those things, but it got the face of Mariko
Yeah.
because, like Blackthorn said, you choose to live in anguish to spite your husband, and you want to die to join your family. You know, and that's where before that scene, he said, "What about your life is yours? Where are you within this?" He's like, "We live or die. We control nothing beyond that." And then she says, "But if you're never, you're so damn free, you're never free, or you're a slave to yourself, basically, whatever, whatever." So
Yeah.
I think that's where it's really cool for me.
Yeah.
So I say this my last like little topic of conversation, I guess, and then we could probably like close it up. But now that we're like halfway through the series, what are you guys' predictions for the
We getting
last five
10?
episodes? Yeah.
So we getting 10 episodes? Okay.
You only get 10.
Mhm. Yeah.
Damn, that's hurts.
You only getting 10 for this season, or is this like
We only
the
getting
whole
10 all
show
the
is
time.
10
We get
episodes?
one season?
Oh, this is about to be a masterpiece then.
I was about to say this about to be a banger for real.
Because you don't got. Is there enough time?
Like
Yeah, they about
It's a
to turn
limited.
up.
I mean, they
They
kind of
about to
limited
turn
the
up,
story
bro.
in a way, but damn, I wanted it to.
I wanted
Yeah,
to stretch
to
though.
go
Like
crazy.
you wanted the
Yeah,
world to build for
yeah.
real.
Yeah,
I
Damn.
feel that.
I mean,
That is
from
disappointing.
for me for predictions, I mean, history shows that the side of Edo, the Tokugawa, became the shogunate. But no one's here's name is Tokugawa, so I guess Toranaga is the closest to Tokugawa.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what it is to maybe not show direct history and soil their names however they might with the depiction of this show. But I personally think Toranaga's he's gonna win. That's final prediction. He's gonna win. Japan gets opened up to the west through Blackthorn. He wins. They trade. The Portuguese don't replace every Japanese leader with a Catholic, and Christianity does not erase the history of Japan. But as far as immediate predictions, I think Buntaro is going to die. Yabushige, oh, this is the one thing I wanted to say about him. I think one of the ways he really represents like freedom to me, and that whole what you were saying, Domlu, is because he's probably the most bound by the rituals. Um, that isn't a woman who's not a woman.
Yeah.
Because this nigga, he don't want nothing to do with Toranaga. He don't want
No,
nothing to do
yeah.
with He just want to live and be cool. But
He
he
just
keep
want
it
his
it's like
place and
saying
like yeah, he just want his just set place and be out of the way.
he's like, bro, I really just want my life. I'm not ambitious. I'm not greedy. I
Yeah.
want what I got. I want to be out the way. But they finna kill you, and if they do, I gotta die.
Yeah.
So I'm trying
And
to
that
find
was
a place.
that scene too. Yeah, and real quick, like since you talk about like that scene just popped in my head too. And like that like the even just the because I had a feeling I was like I have a feeling like based on who Toranaga is at this point in the series obviously is the fuck was that my fault it was a weird ass ding just now what the fuck
Kind of
um
hurt.
I think it was my chair I think it was my chair
I think it
yeah it was
feels
my
like
chair it just happened yeah it's
I
still
turned
like
around too. I was like, nigga, what the fuck,
yeah
nigga?
your crib dark that nigga gonna hear yeah in the back of his shit but now it was my chair because I heard it again but like the intensity of that scene was like, damn, this nigga Yabushige about to get cut down. But
wait,
then
wait,
it's
wait.
like when they call him to talk to Toranaga, it's
Oh, you
Toranaga
talking
Yabushige is like
when they watch the sunrise?
sunset. Yeah, when they watch the sun, the opening to episode 2.
Three.
Or was
Oh,
that 4? 3,
I
3.
think it
Okay,
was
3.
three.
we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Nah,
I
cause
just
you
know.
talking about the sunset scene, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't a
yeah, yeah.
sunrise.
It was
No,
sunrise. It was a
sunrise.
sun.
That's
It was
right.
a
Yeah,
sunrise. It
that's
was
right.
yeah. He was like, watch the sunrise with me.
Yeah.
Because he's talking to me because when he's talking to Yabushige, he's like, he's like, what do you want? He's like
Oh,
what?
back there said,
Yeah, he back there like and obviously like you said like that fading like a portrait mode like fades in the back to his retainer and it's like, yo, is he about to cut him down? And he
he
like, yo,
like
bro, honestly, bro, I just want my own shit. That's the only reason I'm
Yabushige got
moving
to
like that.
think on his toes every fucking time he's on camera. Every time he hit camera, somebody's putting him in a position, and it's like, all right, nigga, is you gonna die right now or what? Like, shit, nah. I fuck with you, big bro. I really do.
I really do.
We used to, we fought back in the day. We brothers in arms, nigga. Chill, on me.
He like, I don't really want to die, but like, I just want to get to my side of the place and be set in
Oh,
stone and
Like,
leave
bro,
me alone. I
please.
don't want to be involved in this at all. But they keep bringing me into it because they bringing you into it.
Like,
Like,
let me go
and
home,
that
bro.
nigga like that nigga say, you know what? That nigga basically, you right. Watch the sunset with me real quick. And then the whole shit just, I was like, what is hard? That's
this is hard.
hard.
Nah, this
Like,
like, bro. I be finishing the show. I be wanting to watch it back.
bro, I remember, bro, and I don't know, and like, bro, literally, because I was damn near like sitting on the floor because I went from the couch, like eating my food, threw my trash and shit away, nigga. I come back watching the TV on the floor, nigga, and my dad just laying on the couch, like watching this shit, and I'm like, you don't feel this, bro.
I really love this shit, nigga. This shit.
I'm like,
I love the
this shit,
game, nigga.
this
I
nigga,
love the hustle,
what he
nigga.
said, this shit means something. This shit means something to me.
Nah, this is really one of the ones.
Bro,
Yeah,
for
man.
real.
It's
Like
like
I'm truly enjoying that.
every week, this shit get
It
better.
just gets better and better. I lie to you not, bro. I lie to you not. Because I y'all know me, bro. So like I'm literally like I stop, bro. I dead ass like walk towards the stairs and I'm just looking. I'm like, fuck, I gotta sit down. I can't watch this shit upstairs by myself. I was like, I ain't even about to do that. Like I gotta keep watching. I ain't missing shit. But yeah,
Uh,
man, like
what's your
it
predictions though?
um honestly, bro, I'm just here for the ride. Now I do think Toranaga is going, like you said, is gonna win. He's gonna become Shogun. Um, but you know, I feel like cliche wise, I feel obviously that love connection is probably going to be built. I hope not. I actually one thing I would actually like to see. I actually, especially coming off of episode 5, I actually would love to see John Blackthorne like really move into like being more of a you know more on the side of Fuji a little bit, like comforting her and being on like her as his consort just makes a lot more sense, especially with the way that last episode was ended. I think it would be good to see him move in a direction to embrace her, and really just kind of
You
allow
want
his
the you want them to pillow?
pillow, yeah, like pillow with her, like I
Oh,
fuck with like I look I know what happened with the Mariko situation. Obviously Buntaro is back, but like I said, just with the way how things ended in the 5th episode, coming off the landslide, him starting to embrace the customs, the values, and really understand and learn on his own. Obviously, more so for survival, but in a sense, if he's going to move in that direction, at least to make it very authentic and very trusting by everyone, you know, embrace her, especially after what just happened in the landslide. Obviously she's somewhat injured coming off of it, um and really just kind of like move in a direction to just like embrace her all the way through. So I would definitely love to see that. I actually would love to see a more I want a little bit more of a headbutt, but kind of masculinity understanding between Buntaro and John Blackthorne as well.
you want them to
Obviously
resolve their beef?
not fuck no, don't resolve it. Have beef, but understand that under the guise of Toranaga and being a warrior under Toranaga and him being the, chief to build up the army to understand how to use the shipwright stuff. Um, put that not necessarily put it aside, but I like to see the confliction within the camaraderie. Like seeing him have to put that aside for just a small segment of time and then see them niggas probably hit one of them little side eyes like jazz nigga and walk off like I would love to see that just because it's like it would just show you how Boomtardo has to still live by his code, still live under the means of his merit under Toranaga and not disrespect that, especially as they are, having John Blackthorne by his side multiple, throughout the series and they risking their life for it. He risked his life, he spared his life. So it's like y'all niggas can beef, but I love the respect too. You feel me? Like niggas Niggas do it for the love of the game for real. Like, so
Like,
um yeah, I would just I would like to see those things kind of happen. I just think it's gonna be real interesting to see how like, and especially kind of moving into hopefully the next episode we get a little bit more with the regions, and getting them a little bit more involved, and seeing how that might resolve itself and how that's gonna play, which one of them niggas gonna get offed type shit. Them some sick niggas, bro. Y'all gotta be sick as fuck to come together as four and be like, yeah, get that nigga up out of here. Get up out of here, man. When we they he not about to be our ruler. Get him up out of here. So,
Feel
but
that
nah,
shit.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it a lot. This nigga Phil turning dark on us.
I can't believe
Huh.
Nigga faded in the dark.
Ah! Where did we go? And I fucking switch tabs and shit. Nah, but you finished?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So at the end, oh,
yo,
you got
pull
something
it
to say?
down more, gang.
Oh, pull
God,
it, bro.
Hey, yo, pause.
I can't. I be
nigga be
leaning
like, yo,
forward, bro.
Now that
I
nigga
can't
be
help it, bro. My shit like my shit fucked. Like my
nigga, don't lean forward.
nigga. Yeah.
niggas be showing hairline.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. You know they can move around, right?
Yeah, goddamn.
Oh, bro, fuck y'all niggas. All right. Rewind, rewind. Fuck, what is Shorty's name? At
Article
the end of no, at the
Fuji?
end of five, we
Fuji.
get
Oh,
an
Chiba.
introduction to Ochiba,
Mm.
and she like, look, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all niggas talk about. Like, look, I'm in control now, type shit. So I'm very curious to see what happens with that. I think she gonna start. She gonna be the reason why the war or battle or whatever the fuck
Jump off.
happens jump off. I do think that,
Yeah.
and I'm very curious to see the repercussions of I don't know his name, but Toranaga's son, and like when he bombed the whole fucking Juzo or whatever the fucking he was like,
Bitch.
yo, want to see a little trick, nigga? Boom, nigga, everybody blown the fuck up type shit. I was like, damn,
That shit is crazy.
but
Carnage. I got a
but
question.
yeah,
So Ochiba went to Edo because somebody was giving birth or something like that in her family. I thought it was Fuji for a second, but we never got to see her with Fuji. We never saw her there.
mm-hmm.
Who the fuck was she there for? And because
Mm,
they called her a hostage, and Toranaga was like, "She's no more of a hostage in Edo than I am here in Osaka."
mm-hmm.
And she confirmed in this episode that her ass was indeed a hostage.
Mm-hmm. Um,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I want to say it was I wanted to say it's the air, but it's not like because he was in the room, like he pulled up in the room.
Yeah,
I want to say
that's
and
his
he
mother.
sat next to her.
Yeah, that's his mother.
Oh,
But she went down because her niece or something like that was in
why
Edo.
why why wouldn't it be Fuji?
Well, because I thought it was, but we didn't see her with Fuji.
Like why wouldn't it be? Oh
And
no,
if it
it's
was
not.
Fuji, there's no way that
It
Ochiba
was
would let Toranaga make her the consort to the barbarian. She like, no, nigga,
not.
that's blood. No.
I
Yeah.
think it was in like episode two or whenever in that scene. It's you know the lady they try to escape
Oh,
with.
I think I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
You know the lady that they try to escape with,
The
like
old lady?
yeah, the old lady. She was in the room there, and then it was like somebody else's niece. I want to say, and the niece was the one that was having the baby. I want to say, and then
Yeah. And she faked the
yeah,
water.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but that was in Osaka still.
That's why it's
Yeah,
confused. I'm
I'm
confused.
lost.
Yeah,
I'm kind of lost. But they did make that point, and I was curious because I wanted to see who she was. So I'm glad she got reintroduced. And I'm like, yo, we got 5 episodes. So we only gonna get like 3 episodes of war. Cause can we have five
no,
episodes of war?
we're gonna
I
get
don't
five. We're
Nigga
gonna get
said we
five
about to get
episodes
five.
and
That nigga said it's
uh,
jumping off next episode.
bro, a battle now. Bro, this no, this next episode gonna be build up, straight build up.
I think
Seven
it's
probably seven gonna pop off. Like seven, it might start to pop off. Eight gonna be straight battle, straight battle. Nine probably finishing
well,
up, wrapping up the battle.
Nah, bro. I think
No.
next episode because news is gonna travel back that Toranaga's son blew up the messenger they sent over there.
Mm.
That's gonna come back. Combine that with oh shit. Combine that with Ochiba coming back.
What the fuck was
That's
that?
right there.
What the fuck going on?
Combine that with Ochiba coming back, bro.
Hey!
What the fuck is going on?
They gonna get
Yo, that
into it.
shit bugging out.
That
Yo,
That
shit.
man
nah.
on Zoom, that went tough. Okay, turn up.
Yo, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck
Hey.
just happened?
Shit get crazy, bro. I
Nah, I
tell
can
you
see
that.
What
that.
the fuck? It just keep going too. Oh,
Hey,
y'all
y'all never
niggas
seen
annoying.
Game of Thrones,
What?
No.
right?
I'm fully caught.
John
I'm
Luke,
fully
yeah,
Oh,
caught.
really? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
that
So,
was a dress.
so the Battle of the Bastards,
Yeah.
like this exactly what I think of whenever it
I can see that. I can
this
see
fight
that.
happens. And basically, like, long story short, like for people who haven't seen Game of Thrones, it's like it's a big battle, bro. It's a big battle between Jon Snow and Ramsay Bolton, and
Fuck
basically,
Ramsey.
yeah, Battle of the Bastards. They're not that's a different different shit. But basically, in this fight, or in this battle, we have a lot. The episode is like an hour, 10 minutes or some shit, but it's all battle. It's all fights, and
Straight scrap. Like
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's a
That's
cinematic
episode
masterpiece.
that's
Mm-hmm.
episode 7 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Episode
think one
7,
of these joints we definitely getting just straight up like
three hands.
yeah, straight
Straight.
Because they
hands,
got
duking it
they
out.
gotta give us the battle
We seen
culture.
his army, bro. We seen his army, bro.
Yeah, and we're getting
Yeah.
so steep. We seen the army. That was the first depiction of Japan. The
Mm-hmm.
moment the crew comes up, we get a whole bunch of samurai. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Domlew.
Bro, do this shit work for me, nigga? Like
It's a me thing.
Hey,
So
nah, that shit deep.
we get the whole army pulling up, right?
Hmm.
Or just that little regiment or whatever. But they've been showing us so much of the culture, and they've said not only feudal Japan but samurai culture, like in the description
yeah.
of the show. So it's about time we get some more of that
Sing sing sing.
Bushido. Yeah.
What's that
Uh,
shit? In Vagabond,
nigga,
the battle of
Sekigahara.
yeah. Is that the battle that's about to happen right now?
The Battle of Sekigahara is the one that shifts the power to the Tokugawa shogunate.
So we about to get that.
I don't know. I don't know. We don't.
Maybe.
Oh shit! That's crazy. Okay, okay.
We ain't seen too many bum niggas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
we
ain't
ain't
seen too
seen
many
yeah.
road. Everybody we seen got nice clothes. They doing alright, pretty much. We got some nice gardens. Yeah, we ain't
Mm-hmm.
seen too many. But we ain't seen too many Musashis.
Musashi Miyamoto,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, man. I actually do not have anything else on the topic. Thank you guys for tuning into this reaction and supporting us to this far. Or this, if you made it to this point in the video, man, shout out to you, goddamn. You a real ass nigga, goddamn. But yeah, man, definitely drop your thoughts on Shogun in the comments section. We'll definitely look forward to hearing from you guys.
Like the video.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We definitely got a lot of content planned for you guys. If you haven't checked this out already, Domlew has some Sekiro stream. Taj has some Horizon Forbidden West stream. I'm playing Dark Souls. I got some Elden Ring shit going on the channel too. So yeah, man, go ahead and check us out. Again, like and subscribe. Share this video with other people if you don't mind, and if you enjoyed it. And yeah, man, thank you again. Peace, man. Love y'all.